We thought we were alone in the universe until we heard the signal. It was faint at first, like a distant heartbeat echoing from the farthest reaches of space. But what we didn't know, the signal wasn't a cry for help. It was calling us home, and it was already inside our minds. In the year 2147, deep space travel had become routine for advanced civilizations. Captain Elara and her crew were tasked with exploring the edges of the Andromeda Galaxy, where a mysterious signal had been detected. It was faint, rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. The signal seemed to call to them, pulling their ship closer to an abandoned planet, floating cold and lifeless upon landing. Elara's team found the ruins of an ancient civilization. Among the rubble was a massive black monolith, the source of the signal. Curiosity overwhelmed them, and they began scanning the artifact, hoping to understand its purpose. As the scans progressed, strange things began happening. Crew members reported hearing whispers in their minds, faint echoes of voices calling their names. They experienced flashes of memories that weren't their own. Elara felt it too, vivid images of planets she had never visited, people she had never met, but somehow it all felt familiar. Suddenly, one of the crew vanished. Panic spread as more crew members disappeared, leaving no trace behind. Elara was now alone, her communications cut off. The whispers grew louder, almost unbearable. Her thoughts were no longer her own. She could feel the monolith reaching into her mind, as if it was trying to merge with her consciousness. Desperate, Elara activated the emergency self-destruct sequence, planning to destroy the monolith along with the ship. But just as she was about to press the final button, a voice spoke clearly in her head. "You are home." Elara suddenly remembered everything. The crew hadn't discovered an alien civilization. They were the remnants of one. The monolith was not calling them, it was waking them up. The planet wasn't abandoned. It was their true home, long forgotten after generations of deep space exploration. In reality, Elara and her crew were not human explorers. They were part of an ancient race that had seeded themselves across the galaxy eons ago, creating different civilizations, only to one day return to this very spot. Their memories had been wiped, and their new identities were fabricated to ensure their return to the source. Elara realized too late that the monolith wasn't destroying them, it was reuniting them with their original forms. The signal was never a cry for help, but a call to come home.